Hey, everybody. Just wanted to play a little music that is actually in subject to what we're speaking into with Jason Thomas, who is here with me, my fellow podcaster. So here we go. Okay, so WTF, is Reiki legit or woo woo? And what the heck am I doing here with this sound bowl? Not sure if you were able to hear it, but it's vibrational energy. How you doing, Jason?
I am doing phenomenal. Thank you so much for asking. You look amazing.
Thank
The
you.
sound bowl, is this like a thing which Reiki practitioners usually start off with? Is that what it is? What does it do? What is the idea behind it?
We are all very, we all walk and live in this planet on vibrations, right? Algorithms, numbers. So we actually resonate with energy, with music, with vibration. Some people incorporate the sound bowl into practice. And the beauty of Reiki practitioner is everybody uses different objects, maybe saging the area, just clearing the energy and spirit. Or we also have, what are these?
Crystals, stones.
Crystals.
Oh,
So
crystals. Okay.
each crystal represents some form of energy, giving off energy. So those are the things that we can use when we talk about Reiki. So have you ever heard of Reiki before?
No, actually, I want to first. Okay, let us explain what we are trying to do. Okay, me and Leslie, we randomly thought of doing this small series called WTF. You know what it means, right? And we want to debunk some of the things which functional nutritionists speak about, or people in the functional realm speak about. And Reiki happens to be one of those things which I have no idea about. I've been hearing it for the first time. I don't think here geographically in India people call it Reiki. Maybe it's called something else. Okay, I want to understand, why did you guys name this as Reiki? Like, what's
Yeah.
the meaning behind it? Why people do it? Why do you have to do all these things? Can't you just interact with human beings like how a doctor does, and find solutions?
So Reiki is just a form of energy work. Reiki has been around for thousands of years. Um, uh, some people incorporate that and is placed into practice with their religion. A lot of you see monks chanting, humming, um, and that kind of clears and clarity, kind of rebalances you. If you believe in that, rebalances your chakra. So Reiki is just like higher energy using us human beings as a vessel to be able to do work, energy work on people. So there's something called a Kirlian theory, and we all have energy coming from and radiating from all over our body. So the belief is that, and this has been scientifically proven, that there is like infrared, like energy coming from our hands. And when you see a practitioner, you don't even need to, if you observe what's going on, which you can, which is documented, you could just Google Reiki practitioner. um, you could actually, people have felt energy, they felt heat, as if somebody has like an iron or something, heat radiating from one's hands, which will then create energy in one's body. And it could be sense of just relaxation. A lot of people, when they're done with energy work, where you don't even have to place your hands physically on someone, they feel a sense of restored energy, clarity, mental clarity. Other people have this burst of energy. And also, it also brings up a lot of the subconscious stored trauma that we might have that could bring up that to your conscious level when you're relaxing. So when I'm working with people, I'll say sometimes you might start giggling, you might feel remorse, you might start crying. That's okay. It's all a natural process. So it's pretty amazing. And until you really experience it, I would highly recommend, if anyone is interested, to do some research.
Interesting. This is very interesting. I am personally not convinced, Leslie, that this energy thing is real.
Yep.
Uh, how can an individual who does not understand Reiki or how it functions can distinguish between something which is unreal and real? I'm not saying that all of you guys are woo woo.
Right.
Okay. How can I, as somebody who does not see it, who does not really understand it, how can we make a sense of it? How can we identify that this is real and this is unreal?
Well, I love the way I love to explain it is, do you know when you meet somebody? Now we have not physically met, but we have this kindred spirit. Like it's like as if we've been connected, like family. Just we just kind of go with the flow. We understand each other, and that's the way Reiki practitioner presents. When you meet someone that might be a Reiki practitioner, you might feel like a connection or just a feeling of like, I feel that this person, I feel okay with this person. I feel like I don't feel this like, whoa, question of fear. Other Reiki practitioners you might not resonate with, you might not feel comfortable with. But I would say do your research. Maybe just have a chat with someone that does this energy work. Before I became a practitioner and I had energy work done, I really didn't connect with everyone that did energy work on me. And then other people, it's like they tapped into something and I really felt like I got something out of it. And the only way you would know that is if you experience it, try it, and be open to it. If you're not open to it and you're shutting it off, you're not going to attract that. Just like attracting people in your life that bring you up, not bring you down. And that's the same with the energy work of Reiki practitioners, if I answered it correctly.
Hmm. Interesting. This is really interesting. So, can I ask you, Leslie, why do you need all the other stuff? If physically you have all the energy and we can exchange energy from one human being to another, then why do you need the sounding bowl? Why do you need the stones, crystals, all those fun stuff? Why do you need all those additional things? It's just if energy can be transferred from
Right.
you, why am I using all these commodities? Are we trying to sell these commodities? Is that the reason why people have
It's
them?
actually, yeah, it's actually an extra added. Hold on. We got the peanut gallery barking now. Um, Hopefully you could hear me. Okay. It's
Take your time, Leslie. I'll keep the audience engaged. All right, so think about it, guys. So I've been seeing Leslie talk about this. I've not physically, witnessed it. Like, why the heck do you need all these additional things? If energy. When Leslie was talking about me, vibing. I think when she said when I approach another human being, I think she's referring to the vibe of a human being, like what energy the person radiates. Anyway, Leslie, if you're
yeah,
back, please answer the
I'm
question
good.
about all the
Hopefully,
stuff.
the peanut gallery, my three dogs won't start barking. It's always Murphy's Law when we have somebody outside working. You know what it is? The beauty of all the different types of tools and techniques that we have. It's sort of like when you go see a doctor, right? You're not going to give one person the same protocols and give it to mass media. Everybody is very unique and everybody responds to different things. Some people might feel comfortable and respond to like vibrational sound energy healing. Other people are very in tune with Mother Earth. So if you set crystals on people, literally on their body, or they hold a crystal, you can actually, and you really have to be a true believer in Mother Nature, in the power of what our brain can accomplish, and believe in yourself and your inner voice. When you make these connections, it's a beautiful symphony of this clarity on a different level. Maybe not what the doctor prescribes in the sense that they give you a drug and all of a sudden, oh, I don't have my headache, but it's a long term effect of clarity. And it also aids in so many different levels of our life, in our workplace, with relationships. So it really has like a domino effect. And that's the magical beauty of energy work and all the different things that we could use that can tap into helping someone. And I just had energy work done before joining you today.
That is really lovely. Can I say that, are you using these objects as a medium to transfer the energy, right? Because you said, people are different. Everything won't vibrate the same way. Maybe the sound bowl would not work for me. So, can I use a toothpaste or a lip balm as an object? I'm not trying to mock you, Leslie. I'm just asking, like, does it have to be crystals? Does it have to be the ball? Does it have to be the stones? Can I just come up with an object which I personally like? Maybe a pen, maybe my fan, anything.
Well, I guess you could say anything has energy, but a pen has the energy of you putting the energy in it to pick it up, to write, to create. The bowl is another technique. The crystals, which is pretty cool because we are part of Mother Earth, um, and stones from different places like Sedona, where I had a lot of energy work done. Um, I use that for the power of the belief in what techniques and tools we can use. Vaseline is great. The energy of pushing that Vaseline onto your lips, and then you have nice, smooth lips. So you have to be a believer in the natural forces. And I definitely believe that we are all vessels. And it's like turning on as a podcaster. Uh, you know, somebody comes into the taps on the link, and now they're in your studio. So you're a vessel of bringing these people onto your studio to have this beautiful conversation. I turn on my energy, and it's not really me speaking literally. It's like this energy coming through and helping people. Other Reiki practitioners might be feeling blockages health wise and might say, just seek your practitioner. Something I feel going on in your arm. Have you been having issues with pain? Yes, I have. I just sprained my wrist or my arm. Interesting that you picked that up. I am like a ticker tape parade. I see these visions, and I have validated when I'm working on people that ancestors come through. I don't know who these people are. I don't know people's stories. And I tell them a story of what I saw as I was working on them, which is pretty wild because until you go through that, you think, that's crazy. How could that be? Right?
We have to dissect this more, Leslie. I think we have to do, like a couple more episodes, because to be quite honest with you, maybe this really works, okay, but to reach a point that you would be open to it, okay, I still feel blockage. I would not let anybody do any stuff over me, energy wise, because I don't think it's real. Okay, now, okay, let me ask you, okay, just to understand or just to get a little more context, are you really trying to heal somebody with that energy work? And if you're able to heal that individual, then you don't need doctors, medication, surgeries, and all those things, right? I mean, technically speaking, we can keep hands over one another, and like in the movie Avatar, if you've seen, like they sing, pray, have their hands. Okay, I'm not trying to mock you. Okay, again, I just want to understand, like why, how. So tell me, what do you think? And then we can wrap it up, and maybe we'll do another episode next week on this.
Yeah, I love your curiosity, and you're so inquisitive. I look at it as if, when you walk into a room, like you just had an event that took place, which I'd love for you to share because I'm so proud of you and you've worked so hard on your podcasting, and you feel that vibration of everybody in this happy energy, right? It's not like you're walking into a funeral where it's just very somber and low. When you give somebody a handshake, when you give somebody a hug, and they really mean it, what is that exchange? It's an exchange of energy. And you might not see it that way. But I also feel that here in the US, 20 years ago, if you brought up Reiki, people would say that's woo woo, crazy. I was just driving by a billboard that was for a new chiropractic center, and they said Reiki practitioners wanted, Reiki available. that is groundbreaking, and it is so much more accepted here in the US, and people are not as guarded as they were 20 years ago.
I have my doubts though. Don't you think yoga, the whole thing about meditation, yoga is coming into trend? That could be one of the reason why people might be drawn to it. Logically, that's what I think. Okay, because people love doing all those things as a part of yoga, and they want to experiment new things, and maybe
Mhm.
they just feel good to say to their friends, oh, you're just doing yoga, I'm into this energy thing, we use sound waves, it just sounds more cool. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
Well,
So
I think it's even cooler when you do your diligence and you start doing research. Yoga has been around for thousands of years. I mean, Hinduism, all of that, they all use vibrational like energy and meditation. And that is so much part of yoga. So it is cool for your younger generation that never experienced that before, but it's been around for how many years and it keeps coming back. It keeps knocking on the next generation's door. So for me, I'm like, that's really cool.
that is really awesome, Leslie. I think we should wrap today's show. And do you think we want to continue doing this like a series, and maybe I'll keep asking you horrifying questions about Reiki?
I love it. I love
Chew
it
your
because
brain.
I'm always ready to like spar with you in a loving manner. Like,
I challenge the audience listening to us, okay? I challenge you folks. Ask us a weird question about Reiki. Like,
yeah.
please go ahead. Bring it on. Like, Leslie's gonna take some hits and she's gonna answer those questions.
Hey,
And
let's just say that my husband, when I first started getting involved in Reiki, and we're so opposite. He's very black white, very I'm the
he's
abstract.
logical like me.
Logical. He said, Reiki what? You're going to Reiki the leaves? You know, he's a wise guy. And once he had that Reiki done, energy work, he fell into such a deep sleep. 45 minutes later, he woke up. He's like, oh my God, I feel like I just had this massage. I feel like I'm at peace because my mind is always racing in business. And so he actually, I've turned him into this Reiki person now, and he loves it. Whenever I have an opportunity, he's always asking me, "Can you do energy work on me?" So that's pretty cool. But before we leave, yes, and I'd love to continue this because I think there's a lot of great conversation for all our listeners and viewers. If there's anything you want to know about functional health or any woo-woo stuff that you might think, throw to us, bring it on, baby. But I'd love for you to share with everybody what awards that you've just obtained and a little bit about your podcast.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for that, Leslie. So I've been doing podcasting since 2022, Jan of 2022, and I think off just recently, back in November of 2023, I applied for this award at the India Audio Summit and Awards, and they had a podcasting category, and under podcasting, obviously, you have other categories. So I applied for business. I could not really find anything interesting, but I was able to find something called as the best business show host. So I applied for it, and today was the date when the winners were supposed to be announced. Now I knew I was nominated, but I did not know what was the list, how big was the list like. So typically awards would have like 15, 10. It can range between a variety of numbers. So when I went to the award function, I did not win it, but I was able to be on the top four finalists to be the best business show host.
Woohoo!
Yeah, irrespective, they give me maybe a candy, or they give me a cake, or maybe a glass of water. For me, it's still a big achievement because, Leslie, I have been slogging myself trying to make a difference in this podcasting industry for a couple of years now. And I sincerely am inspired by my mom. My mom is my
Oh,
biggest inspiration, who challenges me and who pushes me to keep doing grinding and trying to make a difference. So I want to I want to sincerely say that if this recognition, if it means anything, I want to dedicate that recognition towards my mom because she is my cheerleader. She has been supporting. And to all my listeners, you're also a cheerleader. have kept supporting my show. So yeah, now that's what the whole award thing was about, and I'm really happy. I came home. I had, you know, dinner with my sister. My sister was also there. You know, we took a few
Nice.
pictures here and there. So it was fun. It was really fun.
I love that. So when you become famous, will you remember me and can I have your autograph? Don't
Well,
forget
see,
me. Okay.
thing about it, it's not about being famous. Like, I think success, as you grow, it constantly keeps you rewarding something or the other. So I think what I pray, okay, I am a little spiritual and religious at the same time. I pray that you keep me humble as I gain more and more success, because the humility of what I have learned now, or the way I have been raised and have come by so far, has really taught me a lot, and I don't want to forget all those things. So I am positive that if I reach somewhere, I'm gonna pull you along with me, Leslie. We're
Oh,
gonna crush it together.
I love it. Love it. Love it. So I just enjoyed this time with you.
Yes, of course.
Congratulations again. You're so grounded and humble, and that's what's so infectious. You have such an amazing personality, and I think that's what a lot of people see in you, that you're real, and that's what we need more of. And I think we kept it real with this what the WTF series. And we'll continue next week at this time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, for anyone that's listening, thank you very much for supporting us. And thank you again, Jaison. Take care and have a
You're
great day.
welcome. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, guys. Please take care.